Oh my god, I unmuted the game and... Jesus. Jesus! I guess he's still at the door, huh? Wow. Right then. We were stuck in a room. Oh! That's not good. Oh, he's coming through this time, though. He's getting through. He's getting through. He's gonna kill us, and then we'll be okay. Maybe if I just don't look at him, he'll go away. This box is protecting us. I wonder if I might jump up on top of the box and make a run for it. Oh, we're losing it. We're losing it. Okay, you want to run for it? Let's try. You're gonna have to work with me here, man. Nope. Run.
Oh God, no, please.
Saved by the cutscene. I think we've lost our mind. I think his insanity must be off the charts. Look at the marker in the lower left. Dot, dot, dot. Yep, that's about right. Wound is bleeding quite badly, and we've lost our fucking minds. So let's grab the fire. Oh yeah. He is tripping balls. Balls. Stand in the light. Stand in the light. Nice in the light. Here, look at the wall. Use a laudanum, Jay. It's alright, hey. It's alright. It's alright. Please. I'm aware I have laudanum. Please, no back seating. This caps lock key, buy it. Buy it, buy it. Cauterize the wound. Hey, tripping balls, you know what might fix that? Some opium. Trinity. Oh, God. Things coming back. Don't be coming back. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Ah, well, we have 3, and I think 1 is the mended one. That thing. Looking around. I think it is. Has our sanity recovered a tiny bit? Head is pounding, hands are shaking. And this world's better. Oh, don't touch. Anything we wanna... Nope. Jesus. Hell no. We're being chased by this monster. You're all worried about the pedo bear. He's still right there. Ah! No, 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 no. He is out on the other side of the door. Please don't send minutes off. Manny, good evening. No. How about no? How about you don't be right fucking there? Oh. We've gone totally insane again. Wait, I can't get behind that. Lovely. Here it comes. Screwed! Hide in the dark, hide in the dark, hide in the dark. Dark. Not dark enough. It's never dark enough. It's like, it's not dark anywhere I'm going. Had to reload. It was a bug. Had to reload, and after reloading, he was still at the door, but he was able to break through the door. And then I got tagged, but I was able to run. We've made it into storage. We now have 3 rods. 4-phase, Trinity, a flow cycle. I think if we can get back up there. The doors are so much weaker after a reload. Up. Up. Up sounds good. Go up. Hey! He flipped through the Book of Monarchs looking for etchings and counted 9 different kings from all over Europe had been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. Maybe up was bad. Obligatory. Wait, is that thing moving now?
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame
Something
using
in there
a
is
parasol
moving.
in the desert.
And it's
As
turned
it
to blood.
happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
And
The
there's
shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
a corpse on the statue. Manny, this game right here, Dark Descent, you're unable to max it out. I've noticed that it chugs a little bit at times. Like right there. It does chug at times, but I didn't... I figured it was just kind of inefficient. Origins, good. Yay, good. That makes sense. That makes sense, thank you. This game is old enough that I figured the hardware would outweigh any inefficiencies, but it still chugs in a few places, and plenty of games, fortunately, still do. Here, I thought maybe you'd like the torso. No? Alright, that may or may not have occurred to me. Good, Manny. It probably sounds bad. I'm just glad that we were done in the guest room. Just glad that they're pushing the limits a little bit again for you since you've got such insane hardware. Finally something to challenge your setup. There you go, Tim says. Or if I can kill cockroaches, a well-aimed statue. I needed an adult playing Alice. Study. Wait, where was the contraption? I don't remember. Oh. Wasn't back. It was back here. It's the machine room. Yeah? The machine room. Machine room. Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damn inventions. I know I saw it before. Okay, so machine room. We balance these out, 8 and 8. The pressure is good. People shorten the road. It's a metaphor. That's awesome. That's there we go. Fractatic fluxes. Now we have some documentation. Circle, triangle, square. I like the simplicity implied by that. Does that match up with any of our parts? Gene part made out of wood and metal. Flow cycle. 4-phase amplitude. Trinity steam. The document might have said something about the order, so if we go left to right, let's see what the notes said. Oh, we have pages of notes now. In case of a missing rod, use the substitute from the study, which is, I think, the first one we found. Elevator machine instructions. Trinity, then 4-phase, then flow cycle. Trinity, 4-phase, flow cycle. Flow, according to the following chart. So if we're going left to right, Trinity, 4-phase, flow cycle. Okay. What end? Does sound like there may be something on. Alright. It made a noise, and you know what? Oh, we can still take them out. I was hoping they would be locked in place, confirming that they were good. I don't know that they're good. Already put gears in place down here. But there's nothing in the burner. So been carrying this hollow needle for a while. We've already used the drill, but we still have it. Wonder if we get some fuel somewhere. Or maybe we have to patch something. Well, I'm assuming the burner has to be on for this. Let's try to get the machinery needs more work before it'll run. Check our notes. Find a way to start the engine. We're working on it. Question. If, question for anyone in chat. One question by itself. I put the rods left to right, Trinity 4-phase flow cycle. That correct? That incorrect? Best I can tell, the game didn't tell me whether it was correct or incorrect yet. It made a clicky noise when I put the third one in. Trinity equals triangle 3, Trinity, triangle. 4-phase, square, gotcha. Yeah, they're 4 cycles square. So, I hate to keep, I hate to nag, but, Might have been a little bit too much info. I know I was asking, and it's on me. But you know, we're gonna have to go back. I gotta be more clear for your sake and for my sake. But I thought I was being pretty clear. So, you know, really try hard. Please try hard not to answer too much. I just wanted to know if it was right or wrong. Just wanted to know if it was right or wrong, so I could go back and figure it out if it was wrong. You gotta head off, Darth. It was good to see you again. Happy birthday once more, once more. Big hugs right back at you. Okay, so that makes sense. Perfect sense. Trinity. Core phase. There's confirmation. All rods in place. Awesome. So maybe the situation downstairs will be different now. Still nothing in the burner. Alright, have a good time at the gym. Catch you later. Burner. See if my notes have any indication of what's going to fuel the burner. Missing rod, explosive mixture. We use the explosive mixture. I wonder if we can make more. We go back and get more explosive mixture. Try putting that in the burner. We still have our chemistry pot, right? No, we don't have the chemistry pot anymore. Because we blew it up. Because we blew it up. Well. Surgical needle's been around for a while. Funny thing about chemistry pots. I mean, ceramic is pretty durable, and it'll do a right number on glass, but explosives, like rock, paper, scissors. Explosive beats ceramic every time. What is this place? So, won't be taking the rods back out. The piping runs all over this place. Most of the environment is fixed here. Maybe not all. If there's any wheels we can turn. So maybe since the chemistry pot's gone, I think it's a pretty low chance, but maybe we still need to mix more explosive. Probably something else. What could fuel the burner? Something solid. It looks like a solid fuel, not a liquid fuel. Can you burn, Jay? Witches? Wood. Small pieces of wood. Have we seen small pieces of wood anywhere? These are probably too big, unless we could break one. Fragments of wood. You're trampling around in a room that looked like it had stuff on the floor. Down or yeah, I'll go look around. Like it had stuff on the floor. More boxes. Up. It is. Just retracing as we go. Not there. Out. So back, like study, guest hall, one of those. Now that those are recycling enough, I'm going to stop reading them every time. Oh. It's cool. It is better. It is probably better, and just call it a default better to leave me in the dark. If I'm not begging for help, just leave me in the dark screaming. Thank you in advance. See, that's the same one we just got. It's the same loading screen twice, which is fine, but that's why I'm not going to read them anymore. Books. We're gonna use books as fuel. Things on the ground. Okay. There's that. There are a lot of books. I wonder if I can carry one all the way down and take it through. Probably can't carry anything that we can't pocket. We probably can't take through from one area to another, but I'll try. Oh, because we have to use the door, so we have to drop the book. So unless there's something I can put in my pocket, it has to be in that area. Maybe it is something I can put in my pocket. Try burning. This body just came back. Torso has returned. The corpse over here is gone. Maybe that thing ate it. Oh, I don't want to walk on that stuff. I can't think of any reason to go back down there. Mr. Gilly Star, burn your smelly socks. Sandals, man. Sandals. I don't want to go back down here. You kidding me? Back down to storage? No. It's pulsing. And making squelchy noises. Okay, so let's try this. I'm one for tempting fate sometimes. Yes, no. is the burnable thing, whatever it is, in the machine area? Then I can stop searching the rest of this crazy place and go back to the machine room and look harder. Look harder, Jay. It's there somewhere. The visual effects when he starts to trip out a little bit. It does get choppy, or maybe it's after a transition. You always burn that paper. I could try bringing one of these down. I just don't think it's gonna fit. Can't carry the lanterns. I can light lanterns, but I can't carry them. And can't see the ink pot being fuel. Chair, we could break up a chair. What's that? Hopefully that wasn't their fuel, because I tossed it away. And the chairs don't break. I've thrown a lot of chairs in this game, and I haven't broken a single one, I don't think. I put a chair through a window. It was very satisfying. I tried to get chairs stuck on chandeliers. I don't think it's gonna be the box. Let's keep looking. But we could drag a box down there. What else back here at the dead end? More boxes. My companion cube, Bob. We'll be alright. When you've got a companion cube, everything is alright. Also, get the barrels, but I don't think the barrels break any more than the boxes. Hey, here's some books. Could try burning some books after all. Let's take these. They were not plentiful upstairs, but this I am confident will fit. And there might even be small enough crates right here in the room too. Like that's pretty small, but not small enough. A book, on the other hand. Oh boy. Is one book enough? There's nothing in the burner for it to ignite. I beg to differ. Well, that was my first attempt. What else do we have down here? It fit in the burner. Shovel. Coal! Oh my god, I can shovel coal. That's gonna be interesting. They were geeking out on their physics engine when they made this game. Right? They're like, we can't miss the opportunity to play. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm okay with this, but we're gonna shovel some coal, right? This is so gonna be a thing. No? You know they want me to put coal in there, so how am I supposed to get coal? Just trying to figure that out. I can light in here. Shovel can't be taken, it can only be held. Well, can we just enjoy this for a moment? Yes, there they are. There they are. Little black charcoal balls in a coal balls. Oh, we're gonna light it up. I'd only need one, but through all this trouble, I'm stuffing the thing. See the bug crawling across your screen? The burner is now full of coal. Well, if you say so. I didn't notice there was coal around. You looked in this room. Now that we're looking for fuel and we're near the burner, and I'm thinking more about it, and I lit the room up, I can see these as piles of coal. But to be honest, when we came down here before, I don't know what I thought they were. I didn't see coal, debris, dirt. Didn't even register as coal, and now it makes perfect sense. Generic comes into exactly. Hey now! Daniel is. Whoa! Fuck you! I got splooshed. Where was the elevator? Elevator was just outside the machine room.
Sounds like you've been snacking on some of the local mushrooms.
I could probably use some. Hey! Huzzah! Oh, okay. I will use some laudanum. That hurts. They're like, Ah, that's enough. Is lava. I'm sure everything will be puppies and rainbows from here. Stop it. Going down. Outrider touched the brim of his hat as a final farewell.
Come this way. What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Look at it getting stuck on that little rock. Drake! Can't quite lift the big ones. Or the beams. Not there. Almost looks like there's a hole in the wall that's plugged. I don't think it's really meant to be that. Anything he can pick up weighs nothing. But some things are too heavy for him to pick up. No thank you. No solicitors! Yeah. That hammer? Hello? Picked up a hammer. Well, good. And bed? Moving the bed. Okay. Why are we moving the bed? Hey, Colonel. What? No! I'm coming in. Better get ready. I'm coming in. I'm not coming in. But I thought maybe if we had a face-to-face, we could just work it out. Okay, thanks. Well, if he has no face, then he can just absorb mine. What's that, Colonel? Motion blur, is that in-game? Yes, it is part of the sanity effect. I'm not a fan of motion blur in games in general. So if it wasn't such an important part of the game, I would have turned it all off in a heartbeat. How you doing today, Colonel? Oh, he doesn't want that face to face. Well, I'm coming back to try again, because I do. Is that scratchy noise this whole time supposed to be his teeth chattering? Because I thought it was, you know, like bugs in his head sound, but now I'm wondering, maybe it's supposed to be teeth chattering. Yes, it's supposed to be teeth. Okay. I'll play along where we entered that area. Oh, my teeth sound like in my head when my teeth are chattering. You got meds for your sinus infection? Got some care. Hope it fixes you right up fast. Over a month? Man, you could have given it to everyone in chat by then. So we've been up all these places, but I'm missing something. We found a hammer. I wonder what I'm gonna do with the hammer. Just wondering out loud. Not asking. Got this hammer. Maybe if I take the hammer to the door. I'm gonna go bang on the door. Cannot use this item this way. Well, worth the try. If we stay in the light for a little bit, he'll restore a bit of sanity, it would seem. We can get some back. We have plenty of tinder boxes, we can light more lights. Head is pounding, hands are shaking. Not injured. But it's dark and he's scared. I don't want to light my lantern. We'll light this hallway up a little more instead. He hangs out here, probably feel a bit better. Wonder if there's a weak spot in some wall. We may need some lantern light to find it too. They just gave us some oil. Hey, Grandpa. Welcome. Thank you for the bits. Making an entrance. Always. Howdy, sir. Trying to figure out what to do with the hammer. I think we found the hammer in here. Doesn't mean we use it nearby, but if we don't use it on the door, survived another day. Our torch is missing from some of the braziers. Came in. That was worth a correction. I'm not really carrying this rock or anything. But we've got a hammer. I haven't found anything to hammer. Let's find something to hammer.
Someone's coming.
What's coming? Oh, just lovely. Someone coming. Someone coming. Has it become creepy yet? Rango, welcome back. Yeah, the game has improved for me in a number of ways, but the first point where it really did was this water level. We had to... Everything went Silent Hill again, and all the boxes on the floor in this hallway were suddenly half submerged in water. Water was about knee deep. And staying in the water, all of a sudden you would see tracks in the water and something was coming towards you. Couldn't see anything making the tracks, but there were tracks in the water and something was coming towards you, and then it would get you, and then it would tear you up. And then the game would tell you, stay out of the water. So you had to jump from box to box, and if you were in the water, you had to get out of the water very quickly. But that wasn't all. Don't look at it. You said, don't look at it. Yeah, the water chasing thing on the boxes. That's how far you got? That was cool. That was clever and scary. Even, it doesn't matter how well you map out the gimmick in your head. That's scary as hell. So that was well made. Really liked that.
I am assuming direct control.
I looked at the trap, Ray. What did you do, Ray? Woo. So we're a bit past that, even now. There's been some other good stuff. Good atmosphere. I'm not, the whole being stalked mechanic is, maybe not the best handling of that, but it's serviceable. Not a lot of options for hiding it. It's kind of get far away, crouch in the dark, and then a couple times hide in something, but this door, it just seems we're gonna need to get through that door, and don't know what it'll take. Look at our notes again. We've ridden the elevator. I have nothing. I have no mementos. We have no objectives. We rode the elevator down, and now we're down here in the dark. So did Frank make it to his forever home? You told me when that was, but was that today? Or was that coming up in a few days? Try to go towards the sound of crying. What's the story so far for this? I don't know how to describe it. We're trying to... There were experiments being done. There were humans being collected for experiments. I don't really have the players or the chronology in my head. But there were some dark experiments Lovecraftian experiments. And we're trying to get to the inner sanctum because reasons. No, I'm sure we've gotten enough to make a better explanation than that. I just don't have it clear in my head. Jumble of bits and pieces so far. It's not poorly told. The letters are good. We're finding diary entries. Daniel's diary entries. He's made himself forget things that have happened, but we don't quite know what and why. And so he's uncovering his own notes, even though, you know, forgetting was deliberate. He's getting his memory back bit by bit, out of order. It was today. It was today. Here's to Frank and his forever home, and him being close by so you can check in on him. You taking care of all these dogs and finding them home. Who does boxer, foster, rescue, foster. Simultaneously elated and sad. We're Daniel, we have amnesia, and we're telling ourselves to kill Alexander. Yes, we have told ourselves kill Alexander. And why would we lie to ourselves? I learned that in Bill and Ted. Right, a little stuck. Let me see. Thinking about what I can ask that will not be too revealing, that might help get us moving. I don't want to keep burning through oil. I'm not finding oil. I don't mind lighting some more torches. Been up that way. I've been, I think, everywhere I can go, so I'm probably missing something in the environment. Locked. However, the lock is very corroded and weak. Wait! This isn't the same door? This isn't the same door. Okay, that's good. I think we can use the hammer. It's hammer time. Something else is needed. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? We can't use the needle. I'll try, but it's not going to let us combine that. Combination does not work. We're not going to use the drill and the hammer. And we probably aren't drilling it first either. We need something else, like a chisel, to bust it. That said, I'll try this anyways. Can I use the item this way?
Where is she? Where did she go?
No. I won't tell. I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
My eyes! I see something. Chipper! Chipper. Is chipper another name for a chisel? I've never heard chipper. Well, there better be a better reason for getting in here. A lot of work to get in here. We still have the hammer and chisel. I don't want to waste all this fuel standing around in here, but I found literally nothing in this room besides the fuel. That can't be right. Got manacles on the wall. And I'm looking for weak spots. Anything. That's weird. We made it in here. There's nothing in here. Can't be nothing in here. Okay, maybe they can. You know what? Maybe you can. Maybe there's another door we can break with the hammer and chisel, and that was just an example. I don't like the sound of that. Nope, 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 nope. Rats are freaking out. But I want the oil. Being really difficult, game. Come on, give me the damn oil.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
No, you come too.
There's something under the bed.
We
There's
don't
a
have
hole.
time to make the hole any wider.
The hole any wider.
He's coming. Hurry.
North
I'll
block.
cover the hole with the bed.
They're
Everything
coming.
will be fine. I promise.
Drums in the deep. Hole is too narrow to slip through. Oh, maybe we can fix that. They didn't have time. We might have time. Dark towers of Brennenburg rose above the forest and were silhouetted against the snow-white moon. He couldn't help feeling sad for some reason. Where are we? Oh, we're in a tunnel. Recognize that? There were a number of plugs in the wall that looked like that, filled in. I think we've actually looped back around to somewhere we were. Just similar looking. don't have any mementos. Thing to guide our burning tinder right here.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good. Soon we'll be ready. Let there be enough time.
There's a spiral staircase in there.
He escaped? Where is he now?
How do we get down there? Might circle this a couple times. I want to try to get a sense of like how do we get down there? Kitchen, other way. Place is kind of big. Fortified with a metal padlock. Grill's too weak for that kind of work, and padlock won't break. It needs to be weakened further. Be weakened. Huh. Well, don't have a clue. The gate leading out of this area. This is the gate leading out of this area is locked by a worn padlock. And yet, we won't bang on it. Tried the drill. Yeah, he said too weak. Would this kind of work? And then I tried the hammer and chisel and it said it needs to be weakened further. So I could try the drill one more time, but I'm guessing it wasn't just the order. Drill is too weak for this kind of work. We need to find something else. And we can smash it with a rock.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Before we go down this hall, I want to try and find one more sign, or one or two. I want to figure out a little bit more of where we're at so we can come back to it. We had all these gratings. All right, so when we find the spiral staircase, we head down the hall from the chair. That's to the exit. From the spiral staircase, from the hall around it. Head down the hall from the chair. Like that sound. Don't like that sound at all. Gate is locked and the padlock is in excellent condition. Are you telling me I'm dead? Is that what you're telling me? It sure sounds like you're telling me I'm dead. Yep. Look dead to me. night, KG. Sleep well. Thanks for the help today, hanging out. And hope to see you tomorrow. I'm gonna stay here in this beam of light. Padlock in excellent condition. Let's not worry about that. The cistern exit is a padlock that is weakened, but we need to weaken it further. Weaken it further.
Believe this. Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
This seems like when we were in the crawl space, we came out through one of these. We unplugged a hole. Doesn't mean there'll be more, but oil and very odd-looking corpse. Let's not investigate further, but here I am staring at the corpse. This corpse lacks detail. Let's look more closely. I think we can leave the naked corpse to its low texture glory. Just walk away. Are we at the end of the hall? We might need to keep going this way. Finally, something written down.
2nd of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Because of me. No, there's one diary piece. There's 3 in this area. We've been in this area for a little while. That was the first I found. Oh, no. No, no. Hello. Open, open. Oh. Close, close. Blow out the light. It's not dark in here. Oh, we're in with the corpse. We're in with the corpse. Fuck it. I'm going back out. I'm not staying in here with the corpse. Just know. Right, you're gonna kill me. That's fine. I'm not staying in there with the corpse, man. I don't know where we are. Just running. Yeah! think that's after we found the note. Right. That's when he popped up. Weakening the lock. Not the drill, not the hammer, or not yet. Something to weaken the padlock. Not the hollow needle. To weaken the padlock. And the chair was great for the window, but the chair is not gonna weaken this lock. I know we went looking down this way, but we're going again. These indentations in the wall are curious. This was locked. And this had been padlocked in excellent condition. If there's a mod for that teeth chattering sound to make it sound like teeth chattering and not bugs skittering. Whatever that noise is. A crackling noise, and it's not. One of these rocks. Maybe I could find one that I could pick up. Let's try it. Bash it with the rock a few times. That's not a thing, is it? It would work. I mean, you want to weaken that lock? Beat the shit out of it with a rock. Why not? But I don't think it's gonna work. It needs to be weakened further. Padlock won't break. It needs to be weakened further. That spiral staircase goes down to the cistern. Once we get through that lock, maybe it'll lead in there. Bucket. Swallow your soul! Swallow your soul! Dead by dawn! Dead by dawn! Hi, bud. Knock. It's our corpse friend.
Shimmering blue light.
Shimmering blue. Get me out! Well. No. If I can't get us out of here in a few minutes, we're nearly at the end of this stream. If I can't get us out of here tonight, then when we come back at it tomorrow, I will ask some questions to help see us through. But I'm gonna keep looking for a little bit here. The rocks, small rocks, not helping. We're not alone. Okay, storage. I don't think I managed to backtrack this far in a while. Maybe there's something over this way. Maybe it just loops around. This way. Kitchen. No kitchen. I don't like going down. No thanks. Oh, hell no. Shadow is close now. Huh. I'm starting to recognize many parts of this, like that door I have not figured out any way to open. The pristine padlock, excellent condition. Even though we have not made it into the cistern yet, anyone care to gauge whether we're halfway? Are we less than, more than halfway? If anyone has a knows or has a guess. Back this way. Not that way. That's where we crawled out, and then I went that way. Let's try going this way. Maybe there's something this way. If we haven't been this way. Is that the other side? The padlock in excellent condition. Nothing to worry. You haven't heard of this game, really? Mr. Gillystar, how about Penumbra? Does that ring any bells? Have you maybe heard of Penumbra? Or Soma. Let's start present and go backwards. If you've heard of Soma, this is the same dev team that did Soma. They made Amnesia, Dark Descent, and Amnesia Machine for Pigs. And before that, the Penumbra games. This might be maybe new. Here before. Hey, something else, something new.
3rd of August, 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates, gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
So Mr. Gillystar, where it has become so cliched in games over the years to fight back, there's a sub-genre of horror games where you don't fight at all, and that in some ways started with this. Maybe it's not right to say started with, but the work of this dev team, Penumbra and Amnesia, served as inspiration for many other games in the genre. Whether it's something that the people behind Outlast looked at, I couldn't tell you. Other run and hide and can't fight back games I have heard over the years sort of began, not with this game, but people who made this game, this style. Some sort of acid, yeah, and I just put my hand in it. Well, that would weaken it. We've got a hollow needle. Or if it makes some sort of a put the acid in a safe container and transport it. Maybe we're gonna have to use a hose and needle or something. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Being helpless is what people are really scared of anyway. Is that it? I wonder if I can drag. Nope. I get hurt just. Should be able to slowly move the container, but no, that's not a thing. Okay. Okay. How are we going to transport the acid? I don't know what I was thinking. You ever pick up soda with a straw? I was thinking we could do that. We could, if it was acid that would dissolve metal, it would probably ruin the needle. We don't know what the needle's made out of. But anyways, I was thinking. I like touching things that hurt. Tastes like burning. Fail. Power throw. Cauldron? This is give. Metal 2. Hey, hold on. Finally come off. Ow! Do it I am so glad that worked. I am so glad that worked. That needed to work. This is... was awkward. Here. Dog here in the dark. I'm trying to figure out which one. It's like burlap. The bottleneck is too narrow for the flask to be filled without spilling the acid, but a glass container is an ideal vessel. Right, and I have, okay. What was the full message about the container? Bottleneck is too narrow. Be filled without spilling the acid. I beg your pardon? Something just come jumping out of the acid? Maybe we can puncture the vat and it'll drip out and we can drip, drip, drip. We need some hosing. Some sort of hose. Tubing is that a thing? Acid pig. As I reach for a peach, slide a ride down behind a sofa in San Tropez. Sorry, acid pig made me think of Pink Floyd. What can you do? What are we gonna use? No swinging Baron. A glass container is ideal. The bottleneck is too narrow without spilling the acid. I have a hollow needle. It seems perfect if we just had some tubing. But where are we gonna get tubing? Yes, we could rip guts out of a dead pig. It makes sense, and the game is a horror game, but why don't, maybe if I try to use the needle on pig? Alright, maybe a pig vein wouldn't work. Glass, plastic, nothing here is plastic, it's the 1800s. So glass. So what tubing am I thinking of? Do they have, do they have some, like, what kind of rubber? Do they have rubber that would have stood up to that acid? Am I looking for tubing? I'm just thinking out loud here. You don't have to engage. I don't know what I'm asking. I don't want to go back out there. I want to leave the room with acid. But I might have to go back out there. Bring something back so that we can take the acid. I feel like the needle is part of it, though. What the shit? Watching this time. Alright, I'm going back out, but I feel like there might be something in here I'm missing that would do it. Okay, making his magic potion.
Who are you to question me?
This was right from where we crawled out. Here's how the last hour or two have gone. After we crawled out here, we went down this way and spent a lot of time. Finally backtracked where we had crawled out. Been down there. What else is down here? We already went down here, but what else is down here? I don't have it in my head yet. Another excellent condition lock. We're not getting anywhere. And a door that won't budge. This is promising. This was a good room to find. There's an important thing here. A big barrel full of acid. Acid just tried to spill it. Some sort of acid. And we have glass containers. This should stop wasting. Can't pick them all up, but when I dropped one in, it said the bottleneck was too narrow to get the acid into the bottle without spilling it. We have this hollow needle, strong surgical needle. It might be unrelated, or it might be with some rubber tubing, some way to get acid into the bottle. But I think that's going to have to wait until tomorrow, because we're at the end of the stream. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I'm gonna go check on the dogs. I'm gonna go get my light therapy. I've been in the dark here for most of the past 6 hours. Have you been watching the game in the dark? Find a bigger bottle. That's a good idea too. Find a bigger bottle. And we will. One way or another. We're taking that acid with us. What's going on Twitch? Drop in on somebody. It's Friday night. What are y'all doing this Friday night? Come on. Come on. We'll be back at this tomorrow. I'll try to figure out if we are more or less than halfway through. If we are less than halfway through, I may be starting early tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about running late. We will finish this tomorrow as long as it's not too unreasonable, even if we run over. What's coming after Amnesia, though, is Halloween, Tuesday. I want to remind everyone that even though it's the middle of the week on Tuesday, we'll be working in the U.S., we are going to be having an all-day stream. I need to update the schedule a little bit so that it shows us starting earlier. But we're going to be playing all of Resident Evil 7 in one shot with the IR cam on Tuesday. As long as we finish this tomorrow, we may or may not play something else on Monday. I actually haven't decided. I might take an extra day off, just clear my head. Or spending a whole day in the dark, too. Anyways, I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the excellent company you always are. Cheers to the crew of the Starship, far and wide. Much love. Chatters, lurkers, lovers, all. There's the mug. A much tighter frame with the IR cam. Thank you for the sub support here today, and for the resubs, Mr. Braugan, DJ Kakisa. I'm not sure everything is showing up here. Gaming Terry, thank you for the sub today. You're still out there, Terry. I think she's off doing some mod work. Thank you for the follows if you're new here. Hi, low, bye. The original Reaper. Welcome aboard the Starship. I hope you'll come back and join us again. There he is. Hi, low, bye. Here they are. Good night, all. Be on the flip side. Just leave it here. Go out to the sound of rats.